Welcome
Back.
to the TAE Time Podcast.
Hey.
How's everyone doing?
How are you guys? How
I know.
are you doing?
I know you guys are quite surprised with our special guest today. We have Batman with us here. So, Batman, how are you?
Wow. What an introduction.
How are you doing, Batman?
Thank you. As you guys can tell, my voice, it's a little raspy, but I mean, at least it's functioning. Yeah,
little raspy?
I'm saying this in comparison to the past couple of days when I sounded like
Batman.
even worse. Like it was super, super squeaky.
Yeah.
If there was any sound
No.
coming out at all, so.
Fair.
I'm recovering. It's not the C word, so.
It's not COVID.
You can't say that.
I can say COVID.
We'll get demonetized from all the money that we make.
Demonetized when we're not even part of the affiliate program. Okay, honey.
Can't let them know.
Okay.
Don't let them know your next move,
Don't let them know the next move. We're not making money. Get your friends to subscribe. Get your cousins to subscribe. Get your everybody to subscribe so we can start
Uncle,
making
aunt,
money.
dog, cat.
We need 10,000. I think they actually increased it. No. We need 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 views before we can start making money.
Are you serious?
Yeah, on YouTube.
That's pain.
Yeah, because before it used to be 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views, but they're like, that bar is too low. People are hitting that too quickly.
Yeah.
So 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 views if we want to start making money. So please, just let everyone, subscribe.
Share.
So
Use
we
that
can,
share button.
And if we do this long enough, do this well enough, and we turn this into a full-time job, you get more. Not only will you get the podcast, you'll get like vlogs from Nicoletta. You'll get a lot more random stuff from me too as well. So,
It'll be nice to see him, BTS, like vlogging our life, doing absolutely nothing. That'll be fun.
Vlogging her life.
That'll be fun.
I don't have a life. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that promise. If we hit the affiliate, we'll start a vlog.
No. That's way too low goal. We need to be able to make this a full-time job. So that's $200K a year. Babes, get working.
Guys, come on, chop. I need to make this a full-time job.
This is two people surviving. No, I'm joking.
No, but it's fun. It's good. I like showing up. So
yeah, she likes showing up. So
looking pretty.
Yeah, looking cutie patootie. Anyway, so what you got for us today, huh?
Have you heard?
Stop.
Dun, dun, dun. Guys, I'm so invested in the trial. I don't know if you guys have watched her. You probably everyone has seen clips at this stage, like of her on the stand, and it's just been very interesting. So that's in case you're gonna ask what I'm doing, which I felt like was the coming question.
Yeah, well, I have no input on this trial. Thank you very much.
Oh no, I'm not gonna side with anything. I'm just gonna wait it out. I have my own opinions that I'm gonna keep to myself. So
yeah,
it's the best approach.
Don't want to get fired on the internet.
Cancel before we even make it.
People be choosing sides pretty early. Obviously, like your opinions based off whatever. Like if you've seen enough evidence that you feel like I feel strongly against it, whatever. That's for you. Free speech, free world. Vogue decided very quickly who they were siding with, but the article they released saying that they sided with Amber Heard isn't bad because of the way it ends. Like it makes a very valid point near the end. Also, one thing I do like that they said was that everyone's like turned this into like a whole spectacle, and everyone's been saying that like it's a whole spectacle, memes, everything, but like forget that this shit is kind of serious. Like yes, it's a defamation lawsuit, but there's a serious amount of domestic abuse behind this defamation lawsuit, so it's not really
it's like the way people forget that famous people are people real lives and like real feelings, and like they're kind of treating it as like a movie,
they're like this is better than a Netflix series.
This is not the case.
This is not a Netflix series. This is someone's real life.
But at the same time, I am very invested. I do feel like the Vogue article was a bit premature. Like at least wait it out and be like, oh, even though she won, we still side with her. Even though she lost, we still side with her. That kind of thing.
I think for someone who's writing articles, I think you have to do before the outcome is, because otherwise it just looks like you're just jumping on whatever side. Do you get me? Or you're being the opposing view or something. I think you need to make your standpoints very clear. Like obviously, like right now, all the big companies which are tied into both of them are being very quiet.
Yeah,
You know, they're being very quiet because they're like, depending on who wins, we have a plan. Like I'm telling you right now, in their marketing room, they have a plan for depending on whatever the outcome ends up being.
100%.
You know, so absolutely, like they have a plan, but they're being very quiet. But if you really want to show that you have cojones, then you have to like come up before the verdict.
But okay, I get it, especially because it helps with publicity.
Yeah.
So like good tactics or whatever. I don't like that they said believe all women, because it really invalidates that males can get abused in relationships.
Yeah, I like. So the ending of the article in Vogue says like the whole idea is that they're like believe Amber Heard, and they're like it's not just believe Amber Heard, it's that you should believe women, all women. That's what they said, right? Which is a very, very valid point to make, you know, because women are always underrepresented in like domestic cases. People don't believe them, and they find it hard to go into the public and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it also sends a message of like, like obviously we don't know what the outcome is of the Amber Heard Depp situation, but like for example, let's say in this situation, it was a situation where she's fully lying and she actually domestically abused him and he was like the abusee, right? And she's using all this power to like, you know, shut him up and everything. Then in situations like that, obviously it goes the other way. Like you can't just blindly believe whoever, you know, even though that is a very rare case. And that's why it's a situation of like, people have to be very careful about where they're coming from with this, because like, if it is a situation in which it is a rare situation where the woman is lying, the male victim will feel like they can never come out and speak about it.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there.
So yeah, it's definitely one of those things that is like, and also one thing I would like to say is like, just because this has happened doesn't mean guys just go out there and be like, you're a liar every time a woman says like something now. Because that is also a big fear that like a lot of people are now being like, oh, because of this one very public example, I don't have to believe women anymore. They're all a bunch of liars. No, that's not how it works. This is it's already been shown lots of times that it's a very rare situation, right? Like, no matter how many articles like come out about like women lying about whether it's sexual assault, rape, domestic abuse, like there's millions more of actual real stories, you know. So
you can go like, obviously there's negative impacts in both ways, and it can impact both males and females, which isn't what we should take from this at all. I just don't think we should come out with statements that's like believe all women or believe all men. You know, it's never that easy. Like there's a lot of things involved. There's a lot of like things that we don't know, like, you know, and it's just not fair. It's not fair on anyone who's being abused. But that's enough about the trial. How have you been?
I've been fine, chilling, you know, working in that and living life day to day. So not too bad.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
So on to today's topic. I have fully stolen these, so no credit to me whatsoever. I've taken them from Antonia's story, so shout out to her. Because she came out with some really, really good questions. They're very kind of like relationship based, so it's gonna be a bit of a.
Did she come up with them, or did she get them from somewhere?
I think she came up with them.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Original.
So here comes the first question. Do you really believe there's someone or more than one for everyone?
No, I don't believe that.
Why?
Because it's absurd to believe that there is someone out there, or even multiple people, that are like a perfect match for you, right? In whatever way. Sure, I think humans are inherently too different, and especially depending on like one thing we've mentioned before in the podcast is like the later you start dating or finding a partner, the harder it is, because you're both such different individuals that you have to try it's like putting two opposing jigsaw pieces, trying to force them together, right? It's two different people. So like the way it works is you just find the parts that work. There might be a little hole in the middle, but you just put them together and make it look nice, and you try your best.
Pretty.
You know,
tie it up with a bow.
You know, that's all you do. Like, it's just you try your best. Like, you accept them for who they are, and they accept you for who you are, and you both try your best to fix your shortcomings for the other person, and that's the most you can ask for, and that's the most they can ask for you. And so I don't think there's anyone that's like perfect for you. I think you just have to make it work.
So I completely agree with you as well. I actually recently saw this TikTok, and it was this girl who left her fiance or partner or whatever to go, you know, traveling just by herself. And she was saying how like all around the world you can make so many different connections with so many different people as long as, you know, you're open to it. And you know, I definitely always believe that, but just kind of using her as like a user case, you know, it's like, oh, this person did it. And it's hard to do, especially when you're already in a relationship, because you just have to drop everything and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, you know, people don't want to do that, because like, why would you do that? But I definitely don't think that there's like only one person for someone. You just make it work with whoever is like there, and it might be more of a fit than someone else. That's not to say that like, you know, everyone's like not perfect for each other at all, but I think you make it work. You fill in the holes.
You try to fill in those holes, fill in the gaps.
Fill in the gaps. That's it. So yeah, that's a very interesting question, but I think it's a good one. And don't stay in a relationship that you're not happy.
Yeah, don't force jigsaw puzzles pieces.
It's not worth it. Okay. And to the next question. Do you ever think when you meet someone that it's just too convenient for it to be the right person? Like, there's so many people in the world. Surely the odds of my soulmate being from my town or a friend is quite slim and unlikely.
There's actually a scientific thing that was done on this, that it's all just based on proximity. It's just based on proximity. Essentially, like, you are more likely to fall for someone in your like close town, like your little town, than you are to fall for someone in another that's much further away, just because of proximity. And you know, like, everything's proximity based. Like it is absolutely convenient. Like, it's literally because of proximity. Because like, what's the odds of like you're here, right, in Ireland, you grew up in freaking Chile, and you're gonna end up fucking fall in love with some guy named Raul, like, on the other side of the world? You know, it's not happening. Whereas when there's a local Farouk just down the road that you, for you to date, you know. And that's the thing. It's kind of like, yeah, there could be someone down the world that's probably a better fit for you than I am, but you'd never know, because you go for the person in your close proximity, and that's the person you fell for. You know, and it goes back to the whole thing of you just make it work. Like, because there could always be a better person, but it's like, no, this is my person.
Yeah, and I get that. And I feel like, I think we touched on this before in different episodes, but like, nowadays social media plays such a huge part of like people not as willing to settle with people in their own little towns.
Not even just social media, just, I guess, like, dating culture, like apps, everything like that.
So the internet.
Yeah, the internet.
That's what I meant.
The internet.
Like, I didn't mean like social media, like just Instagram or whatever. Like, just seeing like other people through like apps, like dating apps, or even like seeing them on Instagram random or whatever it is. I think you get to see so much more people than ever in your life, and so many good looking people too. It's not, you know, just like the people in your town, I guess, you know, you just kind of all see them the same as like you, but then you see all these like good looking people, and you're like, well, I can be with someone better. And then you just
grass
kind
is
of
greener. Like,
the grass is definitely greener. It appears greener,
because it's a different color grass.
It's, you know, pink.
Yeah, but yeah, no, there's the whole study of that humans are a lot more pickier nowadays, because like, essentially there's just so much more options. Because before, you'd be used to only seeing like only the people within your livable distance, right? As in, like, depending on how far you can travel and whatever, so you can only pick people there. But now you can literally pick people on the other side of the world, and you can see them. And so you're the percentage of like super attractive people you're seeing is like highly increased, but in reality the percentage of super high attractive people within your area is not that high. You know, so like, it's literally like you're seeing the best of the best constantly as you're scrolling through whatever, swiping through whatever, but in reality, like, that's like 1% of the people in your town. You know, it's just that the internet promotes that, you know, so you think there's so much, you're like, damn, let me go for that too. Why can't I have that? No.
Yeah.
Listen, sit on your couch, John. you're not getting your one. Like,
yeah. In conclusion, it's fake news. It's not real. But I think, do you think it's kind of having an impact on people who have already settled as well? Because like,
absolutely,
you can get to accept that this is your person, but then you're like,
you're like, man, I settled, but I could do so much better. I could do so much better.
But
my man with the bare belly hasn't worked out in like 7 years, being sleeping in his relationship, hardly ever touches his wife. Is just like, I could do a lot better, bro.
No love and affection.
I could do a lot better, bro.
Do you think that this kind of is changing people's perceptions of themselves too, to think that they're better than they are in a way?
I think some people are just delusional in general. I'm not gonna lie. I've said this many times. I think a lot of people in this world are delusional, and
like, explain yourself.
A lot of people think they're a lot better than I am.
Okay.
They are. I like, once again, the most humbling thing you can do to yourself is just not consider yourself good looking. Just say I'm fine, or hell, use my patent term. Just call yourself medium ugly. It works.
That's patent.
It's patent.
Can't take that.
Just call yourself medium ugly, because you're not ugly fully, but you're medium, but it gives you the confidence, you get a little pizzazz, just call yourself, because
it's always the good looking people that say this bullshit, like, no.
But just call yourself medium ugly, because then you'll never be gassed. You humble yourself a little bit around, because you're not saying like, damn, because have some confidence in yourself. Always have confidence in yourself, because it's kind of like the opposite, like how, like, you have people go out and like do those videos of like, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and guys are always like, like they give themselves an okay score, and then girls are like 10, and they're like, why'd you call yourself a 10? And I no hate, like, they like, call yourself a 10, but they're like, it's because of confidence. I'm confident in myself. I feel like you can be confident in yourself, but don't call yourself a 10.
Don't be cocky.
Because I feel like when you call yourself, it feels very cocky, very whatever.
Be confident, but not cocky.
Exactly. That's why I feel like medium ugly is like the right amount, because you're saying, oh, I'm medium good looking, but the ugly part doesn't remove the cockiness.
I see your equation.
Yeah,
it fits in.
So, but yeah, no, like, I think honestly, on God, I feel like a lot of people overestimate themselves. Like, they're very delusional. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's a difference between me saying that, oh, you should be realistic and think you're not good looking. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, don't be delusional. Don't be like, I am so fucking amazing that I can go out there and get like a
Tintin.
Give me a fucking person name.
A Kylie Jenner.
Like, like, play within your ballpark. Yeah. You, like, not only are you like, yeah, you could be good looking enough for Kylie Jenner, but you don't have the money. And she probably cares about the money.
It's a problem right there.
You probably don't have the social circle. All these things.
Yeah. There's a lot, but like... Yeah, no, I get it. People really do kind of overestimate, but then again, it's not like saying don't shoot up higher.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not fair. But it's these kind of expectations when
it's like, I know if I went out into the jungle right now, I could probably catch a chicken. I know I could hunt a chicken.
Yeah.
I know, like, with my bare hands, I could probably go grab a chicken and kill it. Okay. I could not go and hunt a tiger right now. I don't try. But if I got the right tools, I could go and hunt a tiger, Yeah. But I'm not going to be like, you know what? Because I caught that chicken, I'm going to go kill a tiger with my bare hands. It's called being realistic.
But see, this is what you just said tells me that a lot about, like, humans, like how I've seen people, like, maybe they're not conventionally attractive or like good looking, but their personality, their confidence, they're funny, like, elevates that attractiveness so much. And people just kind of like, I know it's easy to fall into, like, you're seeing a TikTok of someone dancing and they're like, oh my god, 10-10. But then if you were to meet them and the personality just didn't match up to your expectations of them, they'd go down so quickly. So quickly. So, maybe, like, just focus on yourself. Focus on, like, if your partner does have a beer belly, maybe you can suggest start working out together, or like.
And then they'll be like, get out of my space, Karen. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I look sexy for me. And if you do, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, no one's forcing you to stay, but I'm just saying, like, if you still love the person or whatever, the grass isn't always greener.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes it is though. Sometimes you should
Sometimes
do
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
On to the next question. If you found out your partner had cheated in a previous relationship, would it change things?
No, I don't care. The fuck do I give a shit?
Then how about a cheater is always a cheater?
No, that's crap. That's bullshit.
Okay.
Like, I think cheating is very situational. I think cheating is very situational. As in, you choose to cheat based off the person you're with, the situation you're in, what mindset you're in, all these, like, so many things come to play before you choose to make that decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it is. Like, there are people who are more likely to not give a shit. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There are some people who just, like, situation wise, they just don't give a fuck, right? But that's just more, it has to do with, like, their character enabling those situations.
But I think you should be able to tell from their character that straight away.
You know, and if you're with someone, if they might have cheated before, but they're amazing to you, and you can kind of tell their character is a good person. Like, once again, as I said, it could have just been situational, right? You know, like, for example, you have things like, and I know guys hate hearing it, but, like, it is a genuine thing sometimes, is that sometimes a woman is inside a relationship that she feels like she's not getting actually affection or whatever, and she's feeling very vulnerable, and she's in a position where she gets that from someone and she cheats on their partner because their partner has been depriving them of something, and then this person was willing to give it to them at the moment in time. That is, obviously it's cheating, but, like, as you can see, it's a situational situation. You know, they're not likely to do that to you because I think it's
understandable.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things. Like, it depends on what happened, how it happened, and everything. And let's even say someone was in a relationship where they just really didn't care about the person and they just went around cheating on the person, but then eventually they're with you and they genuinely find, like, holy shit, I really care about this person. This is completely different from the other time. Like all my past relationships, I've just been cheating all the time. I just didn't care. But for some reason, I don't want to cheat on this person.
I can see the reluctancy in wanting to date someone who's
you know, because you're like, oh
cheater.
man, if they've done it before, they can do it again. I'm like,
yeah, because
as long as I never find out, I don't care. Just be good at cheating.
Guys, help me cover up. No, like I said, I can see the reluctancy because if there's someone like that, you know, like say I'm a girl, there's some guy that, and the whole town knows that he's been cheating on everyone, you know, and it's like, that's not the type of person I'd even open myself to, because I'm like, in the first place, I'm like, you're not like my type of person, and it kind of like eliminates even the chances of people like that in my life,
the pool of like people you'd go with anyway.
But like then again, you know, you're not gonna meet someone, go on a first date, and they're gonna be like, by the way, I cheated in my last relationship. Yeah,
by the way, I cheated in this relationship. I cheated 3 times in the relationship before that. Only twice in the one before that, and once 6 times actually in the one before that.
See what I mean? It's not happening. Yeah. So then I think most people are probably gonna conceal things like that anyway. Yeah. But yeah, no, I personally I wouldn't care. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. Just don't do it to me.
Just don't do it to me. Or, as I said, just be good. Just don't let me catch. Like, if you're going to be a cheater, just be a good cheater. Don't let me catch you. Because I can't get hurt about something I don't know.
What you don't know can't hurt you.
Exactly.
On to the next question. Do you believe relationships are fueled by the fact that other people are in relationships? Out of envy, loneliness, whatever, just not wanting to be alone.
Yo, bro, that's like the whole point of cuffing season, bro. Like, when it's winter, for real. It gets cold.
Let's talk about it.
It's get cold. Everyone starts going to relationships. You see other people in relationships. You're like, damn, I want to be in a relationship too. So you end up being in a relationship with some guy you've just been hooking up with casually that you never said you guys would end up in a relationship, that you guys said we're only going to be friends with benefits, but then you end up fucking because, like, damn.
That's so long.
Everyone's in this shit, so you just do that, and then eventually summer comes around, you're like, damn, I actually don't really like you like that. Get the fuck out of here, and then it's hot girl summer.
It's hot girl summer, hot boy summer, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's like, it's a lot of people go into relationships because they're in relationships, not because they actually want to be in relationships.
Obviously relationships can happen naturally, but I do feel like even there's a good bit of pressure with age, like from parents or like seeing other friends in relationships, and it's like, like I'm approaching my late 20s, like I still haven't been with anyone ever.
I feel like our generation is a lot different though.
I think it's like definitely better. Anymore. It's definitely better.
I think relationships are not that deep, which is mad as well, because Gen Z relationships aren't deep anymore. Relationships, marriage, all that's not deep. Like everyone's getting with everybody. No one gives a shit about relationships. Like everyone has people they're seeing.
But that's the thing, right? That's being normalized, which is, it's great. People can like do whatever, be with whatever. But I still think there is that pressure from like parents for like some sort of settle.
25 and you still don't have a girlfriend.
Ooh, that's embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
And then they'd be, especially Africans, they'd be like, I see your daughter is 27 and she doesn't have a man, no. How are you dealing with that situation?
See, and it doesn't even come.
Bro.
That's the thing. It doesn't even have to come directly from the parents. It's like parents, friends, neighbor is questioning my parents about my relationship.
Yeah,
and
it's mad.
You know, it's the same in like Eastern Europe. Like they're still doing that. They're still living that, despite Gen Z. No, they're still living that. And like my mom, right? Like she's being happy that I'm in a relationship, but I was like, oh, so like kids.
Yeah, no, and like and also, even if they're not chasing you, they're gassed about it, so they tell other people, and then other people are like, why isn't my fucking kid in a fucking relationship? This dumbass motherfucker.
See what I mean? They use other relationships as examples of like, oh look at her, like, you know, like look at him, like he has a good job, he has a girlfriend, and that's not fair. That's not fair in anyone. And I always hated it when I was being compared to other people.
But to be honest, if my son is like in his 20s and he doesn't have a girlfriend, I'd be like, you little bitch, you can't get old.
See, I can't even pretend I wouldn't, because like if he has no relationship experience, I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, but like if they're getting mad hoes, and I'm like, yeah, what you said? What you said? That goes both ways, by the way. I don't discriminate.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll update you guys in a couple of years. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I think a lot of times relationships are kind of born out of kind of sense of urgency almost.
Also, like, let's be honest, like relationships are kind of boring. Like they're not fun and sexy like being single. You know, they're kind of boring. Like, because you have to remember, like, people that are single complain, oh, in the end of the day I have no one to go to, you know, no one to cuddle. But let's be honest, like, especially in Gen Z right now, every girl you see practically acts like your girlfriend, but they're not your girlfriend. Every boy you have acts like your boyfriend, but they're not your boyfriend. You know, so you get like kind of that relationship feeling without the commitment of it. So like you know, like the relationship is boring because you're like, oh, I have to be with just this one person, do whatever. When you're single, you can just freaking do whatever you want. You're like, yeah, do whatever, flip out, go there, do whatever, sleep with whoever, and then you can still go to like some girl you're seeing, and then she's like cooking you dinner, you know, and you're like taking her out on dates and stuff, and it's like, yo, cool, win-win, you know.
But that starts, I think, it becomes a problem for women a lot earlier than men, but eventually, like, you're looking early 30s or something, it's starting to become a bit of a, I want someone to go home to. And like, as a woman like myself, like, yeah, I've been in a relationship, but I'd want someone to go through hardships with.
But
and that
like,
kind of
you're
like
traditional. You're
I
boring.
am.
You're
all right.
boring.
I am. But I feel like
the
it
cool
will.
girls know what I'm talking about. The girls that get it,
I don't
get
think
it.
And I think we're seeing a lot more women being like accepted for who they are as and not wanting kids and stuff. But I do think that intrinsically, us as humans, like, we are made to have children, you know, and like kind of pass.
Yeah, sure. Your
on.
body screams as you the longer you don't have kids. Even guys too. Eventually, like, you get to a point, it's like, damn, I have to put some babies out there. And then girls are like, damn, I need to put a baby out there.
See, that's the thing, and I think with time,
but you just get over that. I think,
you know,
evolutionarily, it might take time, but if enough people just stop caring, that whole body club screaming at you is gonna probably stop.
Possibly. I think one of my fears, though,
it won't stop because every organism wants to reproduce, but the severity of it will decrease.
I think one of my biggest fears in life is getting to like 50 and having no one. Like, can you imagine? And like,
that'd be gas
what if I'm the friend that like lives the longest? For the love of God, like, and I have no kids, no grandkids. Like, no.
You see, I find that mad. No. I'm like, why do people want to shit out kids just so they have someone to bother when they're older?
It's not bothering. I think I want to feel a sense of like pride, like, oh, I'm proud of your accomplishments, like, you know, let me take care of your kids while you go on vacation, and that kind of like, mom, like traditional mom,
Yeah,
grandma,
like old as
life,
hell, guys.
you know. And
she says she's Gen Z, but in reality, she's back in the USSR.
I'm Eastern European, okay? I stand for my people. And no, I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think you having brothers, maybe like, you know, you have them, but like, I'm an only child.
Once
you know,
again, it
like,
comes back to you just have people to bother when you're older. So you have people with you. It's like, so I'm not bored.
Wait, but are you saying that these people who are going to stay by themselves will literally just be alone? Like, they go crazy.
No, because you have friends. You have
So
friends.
you're bothering your friends.
Yeah, but you can bother
Your
each other
friends who
because you're
have
all
families,
old. You're all old. No, if you're all single and old together, you just do that.
Single
together.
and oh, Marie,
I
no.
will say, like, I feel like being a single woman in like I think 40s has moved, is like kind of the new 30s kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but being a single woman in your 50s is a lot easier and like normal than being a single man in your 50s. I feel like being a single man in your 50s looks so weird. Like, besides like the stuff you do with your boys, like playing golf or going to the pub, you can't do anything fun because like trying to hit on women is just like a weird thing.
But unless you have money, because if you have money, it's so acceptable.
Obviously, it's if you have money. But I'm talking about the average guy,
Yeah.
the guys who are not fortunate enough to have money. It is so weird because you can't go to the club.
Yeah.
Like, could you probably like you can? Don't get me wrong, but you look weird as hell being a 50 grown ass man inside a club with 20-something-year-olds.
Because every time
You know?
we even go out, like we always pot out the like random old people, like men. Because women, I've never even thought of pointing them
You
out.
don't
Like,
care.
oh, look at them.
You could see a group of 50-year-old, 40-year-old women, and you just don't give a shit,
No.
right?
I wanna
But
party
when
with
you
you.
see guys, you're like, this is weird as fuck, bro. Why are you here?
Go home.
You know? And it's so unfortunate because
Yeah.
being a guy plus 50 and being single is just it's a life of doom because you don't have the fun, sexy part of like being able to sleep around as much because like most women in that age just don't even want you anyway, like because they probably already have a man's, right? And then it's a situation of like you going for younger women just looks weird as hell,
Yeah.
you know, because you don't have the money to back it up. So you're just all you can do with your bros is go to the pub, freaking play some golf or play your sports, and that's all. And you just go back home and chill. Like, I don't know. It seems like calm, like normally, but then like when I think about the going up part, it seems sad.
Yeah, because your pool of people reduced, and even
exponentially.
Yeah, and I think even with internet, like later down the line, it will make it easier for you to fly to, I don't know, Italy to find your 60, 50-year-old woman waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
But it's still not like the same.
Yeah, it's not the
pool
same
of
as being
people.
like it's not the same as being in your 30s and being
Yeah,
single.
but here's why: because most people, even like looking down the line, they probably will still relationships are still going to be a thing.
Yeah, but
you
that's
know?
because people just like cave, they just get bored, like because like eventually you're at a point in which you can't just like sleep around anymore, and you're bored. So you go into the boring thing of being in a relationship.
Relationships don't have to be boring.
So this proves my point that relationships are boring.
I think people don't
Don't get
know.
me wrong though, my relationship is class.
I
am
think-
fun. I am the fun of the
I was
relationship.
just about to say, I think people don't know how to continue having fun in relationships.
Keep the spark alive.
And you have to, like, as cringe as that sounds, like, I'm sorry, but you can't just be sitting around like all day do
I'm
nothing.
a master at that. I'm 9 years in and I'm still keep doing it well. You know, she's hooked like bee to honey, bro.
Well, good.
You know, but yeah, no, you obviously have to keep that.
You do.
That
And
energy.
you said earlier, you know, like a woman who's cheating because she's not given that kind of like emotional connection,
yeah.
or like even physical, like whatever. That is so common in relationships.
Yeah.
You know, just it's kind of gets cut out almost,
because
and
you
it's
feel like you don't need to. You feel like you don't have to try
because
anymore.
you've won them, right?
You've won them. Like you don't have to try it. It's like, got this locked down. You know, I don't need to try anymore.
That's not fair.
But you know,
man.
big man thing, yeah. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking
good.
good because there's always a panther out there. We're ready to take your prey, bro. Like
Yeah.
other dudes will swoop in if you give them the chance.
Even when she's 40.
Yeah, even when she's 40. You know, the single dudes at 50 need a woman. And they can't go clubbing no more. So they're looking at your gal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I think people should stay on top of treating each other nice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is.
Talk to me nice.
Yeah, be there for them. But yeah, on to the next question. Can you learn to like someone, like a friend or romantically?
Wait, what does that mean? So you can like...
Can you learn to eventually like someone? Either a friend, like as a friend or...
Oh, as in like if you had no interest in them.
Yeah.
I think going from the person who has like, so let's say you're a guy interested in a girl and she has no interest in you, and then you're trying to become the guy who she has interest in you, is near impossible of a task.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
The odds are against you. I'll tell you, I would rather bet on a school of elephants winning against a tank than I would bet with you winning like the other way. Because once you like, this goes for both sides by the way, once you I feel actually no.
Yeah, men will cave.
Men will cave. Men are weak. Let me not even gonna lie. I was trying to be like, equal opportunistic, but I'm not gonna lie. Men are weak. So this only goes one way.
Yeah.
If you're a guy trying to get out of the friend zone, essentially, you will pretty much never get out of that shit. It takes degrees of extraordinary odds for you to get out of the friend zone, because you have to change her entire world perception of you. Because it's like the only people who get out of the friend zone are people who are there, and I always say with Marcel, when she is weak and vulnerable.
That's it.
It is because that is the only point in which her mindset can ever change on you.
But you know what I always really liked about men, like, and even like on Reddit and in person, whatever, they always hype each other up when they get out of the friend zone. Like, it's always like,
because it's near impossible to do.
Yeah, that's what
you might as well give them an Olympic gold medal. Like, it's so hard to do. It's literally the creme de la creme of human society.
Yeah, I can see that. And I agree. I think I've seen a lot of women like manipulate their ways into a man's pants because
it's really not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Men are weak. Like, but getting a woman to change her mind to get you out of the friend zone is so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because once she has her mindset on you, it's absolutely set.
I was just thinking that as well for myself. Could someone, if I'm weak and vulnerable, 100%, like if, like, God forbid something happened.
And they were like the person there for you.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way. It's like they become your emotional like support and rock. And that's why. And it's not like you find them more attractive. It's the act of being like, oh, this person is like whatever makes you care, like, chemicals in your brain and stuff like that. Change. But most of the time it's like, you Tom, the fuck you looking at me at? Go look at the girls over the other side of the street.
That's the thing. And girls are very open. And like even this whole trend with icks in men, it's so easy for a girl to just drop a man.
To write off a man.
Like, no. Like, he's been my everything, my rock.
Gone.
And then he, like, sneezed funny. And it's like, no.
Gone. Can't look at you the same way.
Gonzo.
Ix is the biggest. Like, Ix is a great fucking example of how women could just drop you like anything and you can't change your mind. They're like,
the perceptions just change so quickly.
Yeah, no. I just like... And the thing is... for them to, like, toss you out is so easy.
Yeah.
But for you to get in, it's, like, near impossible. It's like 99.99999% chance they will toss you out, but 0.00001% chance you can flip that the other way. That's essentially the odds right there for you.
Please raise your standard. I don't know. Yeah, no, 100%. If I'm, oh God, like, no, romantically, no, you're just, I don't even like men like that, to be honest. I'm like, no, don't even look at me.
Like, friend, different story. Yeah,
let's talk about the friend one.
The friend, you can change my perception. Like, there are lots of dudes I did not like back in the day that I am friends with now.
Do you think this is because they've grown as people, or have they remained the same and you've grown?
I think it's a combination of both, but mostly the former of they've grown as people, and then I've also been willing, because even no matter how much you grow, you have to be willing to look past things that have happened, or whatever, or look past other things and then be like, hey, it takes two to tango, but more from their side than it is from your side. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm kind of the same, but then again, I feel like some of the little fights that I've had.
Nicoletta is petty, to be honest. Like, I like to call myself petty, like, but I realize I'm not as petty as Nicoletta because I let things go. Nicoletta doesn't let things go.
No, but like, it's not pettiness. I think I'm just very, very strong about how I feel. Yeah. Like, if someone makes me feel a certain way, I'm like,
yeah, that's petty.
I'm done.
just let it go.
I don't think it's
Just
petty.
forgive.
I'm not going to take it out on them, but at the same time,
no,
I will
but pettiness
distance.
doesn't mean you have to give it back to them. Like, you know, like.
But it's not. I don't think it's petty because if it's a valid reason that someone hurt me, I don't think it's petty.
Yeah, I guess
because I'm gonna forgive them.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be their best best friend.
All I always say is like, this is what I do. Like, this is why I say I'm ultra petty. I will forgive, but I'll never forget. I'm one of those people. I will. But
it's hard to forget feelings.
But I'll never forget.
You can't forget
because
how
I'll hold it
someone
against
made
you.
Feel.
But I'll forgive you. But I'll hold it against you forever.
And you call me petty.
Oh yes, but like
I won't even bring it up.
I wouldn't bring it up either. But in the back of my mind, it's always going to be there with everything that comes out of your mind.
See, mine isn't really like that. And like I was gonna say, right? Like with, you know, trying to learn to like a friend that maybe has done you wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
I think in the past for me, we were young. Like stupid things happened. They were said. This was secondary school, even like university. Like we thought we were so old and like whatever. We weren't. Okay. I think
you're old now though.
Yeah, so like now I'm able to even look back, or even right now, the like issues I'd have with people I deal with very differently.
Yeah.
So it's like looking back, I've, you know, completely cleared the air. I'd like to think with all of them, and like, you know, most of them. I'd say all of them really. I'm
you clear the air, but you haven't forgiven them. Like you see, like for me, like people who have done me bad, and I would like just forget about them. Like,
I've forgiven them all, honestly.
I just move on.
I've forgiven them to the point that like I would literally react to their Instagram post and we chat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but you wouldn't invite them to your wedding.
No. But what are they doing at my wedding? We're not friends. We're not friends. It's just like, you know, I'm at a point where like we've distanced ourselves to the point of like, well, I don't know you as a person anymore because I've changed. So like I have the same expectation of people to change, and like, what if we're not the same type of people? What if our values don't even match? And not that that matters. It's just like, if we're very, very different, it's just not, what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, I get you.
You know, you need the opportunity to meet the person like you have with the guys that you said, you talked about. You've had the opportunity to like
meet them
talk
again,
and
chat,
like see what's up.
And be like, I forgive you. Yeah.
But you won't forget?
Oh, I'll forget. Like one of the guys I made up with, like I'm not friends with him, but like when I see him, I do chat with him, I ask him how his things, how his life. He was part of the people where I told the story before of like that were being racist to me in first year. But like, you know, I'm like, I didn't forget. Yeah. But like, I have no reason to hold. You're a stupid kid. I was an angry kid, so you know.
But then, okay, how about a friend, right, that has like
betrayed you?
Yeah, like really badly. Like,
but betrayal is different. I don't like.
Okay.
I can't be friends with someone that would betray me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But obviously, the severity of how they betrayed me is different. Like, like if they slept with you, God knows I'm never speaking to that person ever again. Yeah. The last words that you would have seen were my fist in your mouth. Like you're never seeing anything again. But like if it was something like they did something behind my back that I didn't like, let's say they chatted shit or something. Not even chatted shit, because I feel like chatted shit is also the same, is equivalent, right? You know? Because if they're chatting shit now, what else do they say? Yeah. But like, let's say something small. I can't think of something small, but something small. You can try to forgive it, but I feel like a friend betraying you is so hard to get over. It's really hard to get over because like on like a partner, your friends, you kind of like put your all in, like as in like you never see, because like your partner, you can see the wrong in them, and you can get over it because you see the wrong flaws in them and you see the flaws in yourself because you're so close. But friends are kind of like, you know your friends' flaws and stuff, but when it comes to like closeness, it's rock solid, always there, you know. So if that someone was to break, that's like, oh,
you did that.
You really did that to me. I never would have thought you did that to me. Yeah,
but then okay, so like say you work with someone in an environment, someone you completely like dislike them completely on different pages. Can you then become friends with them eventually if they're still set in their ways?
I think personally I could, because I like having friends that have completely diametrical opposing views to me.
What if they're rude to you? What if everything that you said that was opposing, they're like, you're stupid?
I call them stupid back. That just be our relationship.
But that wouldn't be a friendship, because what if they just hated your guts? Like,
oh, if they hated me, that's a different story.
Okay.
But we could have fun hating each other though.
Lord have mercy. So on to the last question of today's podcast. It's a fun, cheery one. I didn't get around through all of them, so we will
get a part two.
There'll be a part 2 of this.
Who knows? The part 2 could be next episode. Keep it consistent.
Or the one after. Or the one after that.
Probably will be the one after because we actually need to keep it consistent.
All right. So your partner gets an unironic tattoo, like really big, ugly tramp stamp or only God can judge me. What do you do?
It says only God can judge me. Massive
tramp stamp.
You're gone. I'm sorry.
Done. Are you done?
I can't be seen with
like
you.
I'm showing up at the house and I have a big tramp stamp.
Only God can judge me.
No, like they're different. The tramp stamp is the like tattoo at the like back.
Yeah.
And only God can judge me is different.
Yo, either one.
Yeah.
Like.
No.
Wait, the tramp stamp? It depends on what type of tramp stamp it is.
Like really big, ugly one. Those were the words. Big, ugly one. Ugly. Fuck. Because like at least could cover it up.
The tramp stamp I can kind of get over.
Can you?
I think I could.
But when you're like, oh,
you know,
when you're like seeing me from behind.
It's not even about me seeing it. It's about other people seeing it. That's the problem.
But you could have a massive only God can judge me on like your leg and you'd be wearing leggings and nobody could see. You know?
I know it's there. That one I can't get over.
Can't forget.
That statement tattooed on people, I just can't forgive.
Do you know what? Fun fact.
It's as unforgivable as a lion on the on the hand. I have to leave you.
Sammy, I think she has a lion on her hand, but it looks really good because her whole body's tatted up. But anyway, fun fact, actually really sad fact. When I was young, I want to say 13, 13, I was obsessed with that saying because I saw it on some older guy that I was obsessed with.
Oh my God.
And he had that tattoo. So to me, it was like...
It's the worst. It is top tier, S tier. So, you know, like the SAB tier, it is in the S tier category of worst tattoos in the world. It is such a bad tattoo.
Yeah.
I hate that tattoo so much. I think like if you were to get this tattoo like tomorrow, I would sit you down. I'm being dead ass right now. I would sit you down and be like, Nicola, you have to cover this tattoo up or either we can't be together.
Okay.
And
so would you get me to laser it off?
No, you can cover it off.
Okay.
Just like square. That'd be a rectangular tattoo.
Oh, you'd want me to tattoo over it?
Yeah, you need to rectify your situation. You can't just, you think you can just laser? No. You need the punishment has to fit the crime, you know?
Okay, what if I walked inside the house and I had like a massive tattoo on my chest and it said Farouk?
Nah, that's a violation. You're gone. Nah, I don't care. You're gone. That one. Yeah, because you can't cover that in black. You can't cover that in black. And the thing is, even when you do the tattoo removals, you know, it doesn't actually really go. Yeah. It's just like faint.
Yeah.
So like that's never going. So like I'm leaving you.
Are you?
I am. I'm sorry.
Are you actually?
You better hope to God that you marry a Farouk because otherwise that tattoo looks kind of dumb on you.
But what if I just do it out of love?
No,
actually,
no.
how do you feel about tattoos about like partner?
Don't do that. Don't I don't think you should tattoo people's names on you unless it's like your kids or something.
Even that's a bit like.
No, your kids is fine because your kids.
Their names though.
Listen,
but you don't get their like date of birth or something.
The reason your kids is fine is because your kids can never leave you. Because even if they ran away, I still made you and brought you into this earth. Like we could never talk, but I still brought you into this earth.
They still look tacky though.
You know. But it's tacky, absolutely.
Okay.
I agree.
At least we can agree on that.
But like, I still think it's the best of the name
worst
tattoos.
The best of the worst.
The best of the worst.
Yeah.
Of the name tattoos. But like putting like, I think the only other time it's accepted was maybe if like your parents dying, you want to like remember them and you put them on like or your grandparents and stuff. That one I can allow.
I can't imagine my mom being happy in any world after she passes away about Sylvia being tattooed on me.
No, you have to put her real name.
Oh, she'd hate it even more. No.
She'd be rolling her grave.
Like, don't take that off. Take it off right now. I think the only acceptable kind of tattoos about other people is some form of symbol. Like say we went to Japan together. If I got a little sakura or something, and I'm like, that reminds
Basic.
me. Yeah, but it's like, it reminds me of you, reminds me of a good
Basic.
time, blah blah. Or like, even if you want so bad to get something about them, like specific, just get their star sign in another tattoo, like a little in something.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Basic.
cute. It's cute. It's acceptable. You know, people won't be like,
Or-
who's Farouk?
Put their initials in very, very tinsy small
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, even
Like on your
that.
ankle.
Especially because initials are a bit easier to cover up. So it's not like a big, bold
I'm
thing.
telling you, just put it on your ankle. Just put their initials on your ankle. And either put it on your wrist or something.
Oh,
I
no.
know, because then
No.
and then if someone asks you, make sure you have like a different
A backup.
have
a backup.
like a difference, as in like, you know, like if you tattooed FF on
It's
your
good.
thing,
Do you know what it's
right?
gonna be? Do you know what it's gonna
Fat
be?
Fox.
No. Fanny Flowers.
Yeah, you know, like make some bullshit. It's like, this Fat Fox. It's like, why? Did you like Fat Fox? Yeah, I do like
I
Fat
think
Fox.
mine would be easy enough. It'd be like NB, like, you know,
Notre Bene.
Notre Bene, yeah. I'd be like, I just felt so strongly about
I
this.
still would never put that.
What
in.
are your, like,
Even though
ick?
that's not your initials. Your initials are RB, but okay.
All right, Doxton May. All right. What are your, like, ick tattoos? Like, in people.
Line on the hands, weird. Like, I know that's also a general ick one that you see everywhere, but like, I just never liked it. Lions, period. Let me just be specific. Lions, period.
But are they the king of the jungle? Are they?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. The king
that's
of
what
the
they're
jungle.
called. Like, but they're not. Like, a girl will fuck it up. But yeah, lions anywhere, like tigers, all those, you know, where you see the or whatever, like mouth open.
That has to be. That has to be the, like, this week's, like,
you know, like, it's just, I don't like it. I hate those. Or a gorilla, you know, like those. It just,
who tattoos a gorilla?
guys who think they're gorillas. Yeah, they're like, I'm a fucking alpha gorilla. Like, you can love a gorilla, but you don't need to tattoo it on your face, on your body. Like, what else? Butterfly tattoos.
Oh, I don't like those.
I don't like butterfly tattoos. Butterfly tattoos give me the ick because
Yeah.
it just shows that you, like, unless you, like, you need, the only time I would not get an ick from a butterfly tattoo is that you prove to me that you love butterflies more than anything.
Like, you're breeding
Like,
butterflies.
you love butterflies more than anything. Because otherwise it just screams basic. It just seems like you weren't willing to try. You just wanted to tattoo. You just fucking put something on your body. You just put that on your body. Because I feel like I'm the type of person, like, I love tattoos, but I probably never get one on me, right? But I absolutely love tattoos. The only reason I don't do it is because my parents will beat me. But even if they're in the grave, they'll come up and beat me. But
Slap you.
you know, slap me. What you doing? But like, I think tattoos can look very good on people, and I think it should. If you're gonna put something permanent on your body, it should mean something to you.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
Yeah, I don't
and
think
when
it
say
has to.
No, when I say mean something to you, I don't mean like it has to have a meaning. I mean, like, whether it looks really cool and you really like it, or it's just something that you're like, it's really, like, it's something that you can back up and be like, I fucking love this shit.
I was about to
You
say,
know?
because I'm the type of person who, I can see myself maybe at some point get a tattoo. I don't know. I really like them also. But I think for me, I 100% will probably get some, like, anime character that you watch that I'm like, this looks so sick. I like this tattoo. I want on
like
me.
art,
And I
you
know
know?
nothing about it.
Which is perfectly fine, because that's why I said, like, it's about art. Like, you're like, oh, this just looks so sick, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it should invigorate some emotion from you, you know, is what
Like,
I want.
I love this.
You know, not just like, yeah, I just got a butterfly. It doesn't look cool. No, it doesn't.
So did Emily's. So did whatever. Whatever.
Stop, please. Stop. What other tattoos?
For me personally, I don't like the kind of, like, rose and, like, dagger
I was about to
combo,
say.
or like the
Rose and
watch.
dagger isn't too bad.
Like, if it's a sleeve or something, but if it's like a lone,
I feel like
tattoo.
the reason the rose and dagger isn't too bad for me, because it just reminds me of military stuff, and usually a lot of military dudes have that tattoo, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know?
I don't know, just roses, or like the pocket watch.
Pocket watch. That's a weird tattoo.
I know,
I was
but it's
fine.
it's common though.
Yeah, all the time tattoos are weird. It's like, time. I'm like, what does this mean to you?
It's funny because I follow the subreddit /time on Reddit, and it's just the most questions, you know.
Really? The fuck? That's weird.
People
Never
discussing time.
Never knew that subreddit existed. I'm a Reddit connoisseur.
Yeah, but at this stage, I am too. I spend a lot of my time there as well.
Yeah, but you can't beat years of work, baby.
Yeah, but like
years of work, baby. I've been on Reddit since Reddit came out.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. Obviously, I'm not taking that away from you. I just feel like that's where I spend my time.
Yeah.
Time.
And on that note, we are ending today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed. I hope Nicoletta's disgusting outburst at the end there didn't turn you off this podcast forever.
I switch it up.
And let us know what you want us to talk about. Next week, we'll probably finish off a part 2 of this. Yeah, you know we will, because I'll call this part 1. And then, and just like, let us know what you think. Answer the questions as well below, you know. And thanks for joining us today, Batman. And have fun saving Gotham City.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Till next time.
Peace.